Now, let's talk about the next topic in line, which is how to do arithmetics with numbers that have significant figures in them. So in this topic, we'll learn to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and rounding off procedures on the numbers which have significant digits. So let's start off with the rules of rounding. So the first idea is that if the insignificant digit is more than 5, in that situation, the preceding digit is raised by 1 and the insignificant digit is simply dropped off. Taking an example, I can say that if the number is 3.0264, supposed to be rounded till 3 significant digits, in that situation number 6 becomes the doubtful number or the first insignificant number in question. Now 6 is clearly more than 5, so it will be dropped, but at the same time the preceding digit 2 has to be incremented by 1. So upon rounding this number here up to 3 significant digits, the result I obtain is 3.03. The second rule says that if the insignificant digit is less than 5, the preceding digit is kept as it is and the insignificant digit is dropped. So over here 3.0234, if I have to round it off to 3 significant digits, in that case the first insignificant digit in doubt is the number 3 over here. If I see the 3 is less than 5 clearly, so it can simply be dropped without affecting the preceding digit at all. So rounding off this number gives me 3.02. The final rule says that if the insignificant digit is exactly equal to 5, in that situation, if the preceding digit is an odd number, it has to be incremented by 1 and then the number 5 has to be dropped. If the preceding digit happens to be even, in that situation, the number is unaffected and the insignificant digit 5 is dropped off. Let's try to take examples for both the cases. So let's say if I have the number 3.0254, the doubtful number happens to be 5 as you can see over here. Now, if I drop this number 5 off, the number over here is clearly even and will not be affected. The final result will simply come out to be 3.02. However, if my number is 3.0154 rounded off to 3 significant digits, the doubtful number is 5. That will be dropped, but the preceding digit is odd and has to be incremented by 1. The final result happens to be 3.02 in that case as well. Now let's talk about some rules of multiplication and division involving significant digits. The rule goes like this, that the result of multiplication and division contains as many significant figures as there are in the number with least number of significant figures. The number over here are the original two numbers which are multiplied or divided. So taking an example for the same, let's say I consider two numbers 3.02 and 200.12 as the numbers which will be multiplied and divided. 3.02 contains 3 significant figures and 200.12 contains 5 significant figures. If I carry on the product between them, the result I obtain over here is 604.3624 by standard multiplication. But looking at the rule once again, it says the final result can only have as many significant figures as there are in the number with the least number of significant figures. So over here, clearly 3.02 contains the least number of significant figures among these two numbers. So the final answer has to be rounded off to 3 significant figures. So over here, I can see that 604.3624 is rounded off to 3 significant figures, will give me 604 as my answer. Now, taking one more example of division, if I divide 200.12 by 3.02, in that situation, the result I obtain is this large number over here. But once again, the final result can only have 3 significant figures and my answer will come out to be 66.3, because if I carry out the rounding up to 3 significant figures, the first insignificant digit is more than 5 and the rounding answer will be 66.3. Now let's talk about some rules of addition and subtraction involving significant figures. The rule says that the result of addition and subtraction contains as many decimal places, not significant digits this time, but decimal places, as there are in the number with least decimal places. Once again, the number over here are the original numbers which are added or subtracted. Once again, let's take an example. The two numbers I consider are 3.2 and 200.12. 3.2 has one digit after the decimal and 200.12 has two figures after the decimal. If I carry on their addition, I can simply see the sum comes out to be 203.32. Now in this situation, there are two figures after the decimal, which is not allowed because the final sum can only have as many numbers after the decimal as there are in the number with the least number of digits after the decimal. So over here you can see 3.2 has only one digit and the final result also has to have only one digit. So the result comes out to be rounding off of this number and it is 203.3. Carrying on the subtraction, the result I obtain is 196.92, but once again I have to round it off to only one number after the decimal place, comes out to be 196.9. I hope these ideas are very clear to you. Thank you.